Anyone else struggle with sleep? I know sometimes I can be a walking zombie, but thank goodness for coffee, right? Wrong. With coffee and sleep supplements, we're only masking the issue. We're actually getting stuck in a cycle where we're making it worse. I used to be the type of person that would drink a lot of coffee because I didn't sleep, and then I wouldn't sleep that night because I drank too much coffee, and I got stuck on this cycle. Or getting stuck taking sleep supplements that eventually I became dependent on, and it was really tough to break. Sleep is a hard one because as an athlete, we want to perform at our best. And how can we perform at our best when we're not getting the proper recovery, we're not getting the proper amount of sleep that our body needs? It affects our recovery, as I said, it affects the healing, the muscles being able to heal properly. It affects our resilience mentally. We can feel edgy, we can mess up our words because we're so tired. And I know that I myself got sick and tired, of feeling grouchy, of feeling like I was messing up my wording. I just didn't feel like I was in the zone. It's easy to make poor decisions, eating unhealthy because you're lacking energy, taking too much coffee. I mean, a little bit of coffee is fine, but it's so interesting how our bodies really are affected by sleep. Sleep is so important. It's such an important part of training. The recovery, the rest is also just as important as the actual training and pushing hard and going after it. And if you're an athlete like me, you know pretty quickly when you're training and you're out there and you haven't slept, it's like trying to drive the car and there's no gas. It just doesn't work the same. I run ultra marathons, and I know that if I don't sleep the week before a race or even the day before a race very well, I get those hallucinations much faster than I want to, and that's not always fun. So I make the most of it and I laugh about it, but really it's hard because we can't perform at our full potential. So I just want to offer a few tips about sleep and things that we can do to kind of help get to sleep. So here are just a few tips that I find really helpful. So one is having a consistent schedule. I personally find when I get up super early in the morning, I am able to sleep a lot easier because it's that circadian rhythm. You're waking up when the sun is out and you're going to bed when the sun goes down. And I find that it really is a thing. And I never used to be a morning person, but I find that when I get into the cycle of getting up at 5 or 6, I'm able to fall asleep at about 9 or 10, which is really nice. I also have a very strict restriction on my phone time. So I do not talk on the phone past 8 o'clock at night because I find I get wound up. I also try not to be on my phone because the screen time can really affect things too, right? That light from the phone can wake us up and keep us up longer and really disturb our sleep as well. And obviously sometimes the phone and the content in the phones isn't as healthy for our brains. There's lots of research on that too. Another thing I find to be super useful is having a consistent nighttime routine where you give yourself time to unwind. So for me, I like to unwind about an hour or two before bed. I don't do any house chores. I don't do anything that's going to get me wound up. I take that time to unwind. I take that time to, read a book, meditate, listen to my own hypnotherapy recording, taking that time for myself to just relax. Sometimes I watch running videos on YouTube, but I do it from the TV, not with the screen directly in my face, and I find that's fine. You'll find your own habit and system, but I find taking that time to unwind can be really helpful for settling into sleep as well. And also, what's really important is diet. What are you eating? If you're eating a lot before bed, obviously that's going to keep you up. And caffeine. I find that if I just cut my caffeine intake by 12 p.m., I'm a lot better off. But if it if I go much later than that, then it's really hard to sleep. Again, you'll find that what works for you, and I'd love to hear in your comments what you do and what works for you. What I do recommend is getting to the root of it. So hypnotherapy can be really crucial to getting to the root of what's keeping you up. Sometimes the mind keeps us up, and it's hard to disconnect from our mind to unwind enough to sleep. So if there is something that's keeping you up, if your mind is keeping you up, which I know that's usually what it is, then hypnotherapy can be great for digging in and getting to the root of it. There's also hypnosis to help you relax and relax your body and help you disconnect your body from your mind to help you sleep. One thing that can also be really helpful is muscle relaxation. So in my videos on YouTube here, there are some muscle relaxation techniques that you can use. So you can just go ahead and look for my instructional video. Self-hypnosis can be really helpful for disconnecting the body and the mind. So there's a couple of videos on what self-hypnosis is and how it can help you disconnect. And as far as hypnotherapy goes, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to do a session with you to help you with this. And consultations are free. Or I'm also going to offer a sleep hypnosis. It's a generalized hypnosis just meant to help you relax and get to sleep that I will be posting on here as well. So stay tuned for that. Thanks and have a great day. I look forward to hearing your comments.